bullseye.
With that, we're going to get into episode 163. We're going to start off, as always, with Monday Night Raw, and not as always, but as most of the times, we're going to start it off with a video segment on a Monday Night Raw before we're going to go to in-ring action. So we're gonna check out who's got some words, who's got some things to address, who wants to talk to us, to the universe, to superstars, anything. Who is gonna grab that mic? It is none other than the general manager himself. It is the Hall of Famer. It is Batista. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. As you can see by my sporadic appearances, I do like the show to just run smoothly without me forcing the spotlight on me. But I just felt forced to come out here again to address further issues. To not waste too much of your time that could be given to some of our incredible talent, I will make this one short. We've seen the big United States title match between Dean Ambrose and John Morrison last week at Raw 100. Dean Ambrose lost. However, a big assist is going to Cesaro, who had no business being in this match but still cost Ambrose. Now Cesaro's aim should be very obvious, a match for the United States title. But I will not give that to him after the attack last week. He is a tremendous athlete though, so I will give him a chance. If he wants to fight Morrison, he can, next week, non-title match. If he can beat Morrison, he gets the title match at Money in the Bank. That simple. However, Dean Ambrose will be in this match at Money in the Bank either way. Can Cesaro make it a triple threat? Oh, and should he not qualify for that match and interfere in Morrison's and Ambrose match again, he will be fired. One of the 6 members that was inside that Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, in fact the one that got pinned by the winner Shinsuke Nakamura. However, he still is getting another chance to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. Therefore, he has got to win this match. It will be none other than former TM6 1 half. It is, of course, Nick Miller is on SmackDown. Shane Thorne is on Monday Night Raw, and he will step up to Apollo Crews. Can he make his debut count here tonight? Apollo Crews is who Czech says is gonna win. I'm gonna go for the mighty Shane Thorne. Let's close them bets. First shot goes to Shane Thorne indeed, and a head scissor. Hurricane Rana, they're taking down Apollo Crews there. Shane Thorne getting the first few shots in, making sure he's not gonna get squashed. That is the main aim. That's been very successful with that right now. In fact, he's getting quite the offense in on the former United States champion. Shane Thorne, Team 6-1, generally yet to hold titles. They were not able to capture the NXT Tag Team titles. Had 2 or 3 chances, I believe. Never ever able to actually win those titles. As we said, Apollo Crews managed to eventually get the US title, but for only 125 seconds. That is all Apollo Crews has done so far. That Money in the Bank ladder match is, of course, a huge chance. In fact, winning it, if he was to win that Money in the Bank ladder match, whoever is going to win that Money in the Bank ladder match is going to have a huge chance in being a future champion. Of course, that Money in the Bank briefcase, that cash-in, is going to be a massive opportunity. We've seen, well, technically a total of 5 cash-ins. 2 men's Money in the Bank ladder matches, 1 women's, and the 2 World Cups. And only 1 was unsuccessful. That was the very first one indeed. That was Rusev cashing in back then on the world title against Brock Lesnar, and that apparently was not the smartest idea because Rusev lost against Brock Lesnar in the cash-in after Brock Lesnar, I think, he has defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, if I'm not mistaken. Before that, got suplex now by Apollo Crews, taking on Shane Thorne. Slowly getting into that match a bit more. I was going to say when Shane Thorne is going to count him straight away again and goes for the headlock now on Apollo Crews. Now the question is, of course, is it going to be Raw or an NXT superstar to win that Money in the Bank ladder match? Batista has made it very clear that he would like, no, I wouldn't even say he would like, he wants all 3 Money in the Bank briefcases on Monday Night Raw. We've got the Cruiserweight version, which is going to be possibly the most interesting one that can definitely be cashing cross-brand, as the Cruiserweight title is a cross-brand title, of course. The women's title and the men's title will be cashing on the title of the respective brand that the superstar is on. I guess maybe an exception would be if for some reason we would see a trade slash swap. We are looking towards King of the Ring. I want to not King of the Ring, SummerSlam. After Money in the Bank. Exactly. We've got SummerSlam, and then it's going to be interesting. Personally, I feel like that. No Way Out of Money in the Bank, of course, going to be a great pay-per-view. I'm sure every pay-per-view is great. Then we got SummerSlam, and then we're looking at Luck of the Draw and King of the Ring. The first King of the Ring pay-per-view in the Zero's mode. I'm very much looking forward to that. That could be very, very interesting. Nice insecurity there by Apollo Crews. That could signal the end for Shane Thorne. As I say that, Apollo Crews waiting for him to get back up again, looking for that. I think it was going to look for the middle chair press into the moonsault, but a nice counter there by Shane Thorne. A big forward to the back of Apollo Crews there. Is that it? Is that a GG for Shane Thorne? Surely not. One. Apollo Crews kicking out into, not going to stay down against Shane Thorne just yet. That could definitely be a huge win for Shane Thorne. Now, Nick Miller is getting screen time on SmackDown. That is for sure. He's getting screen time on SmackDown. Now, I think it's too early to say which of the two TM61 members is better off yet in terms of success, because we're still pretty early in. Shane Thorne, of course, making his debut here tonight, but Nick Miller is getting screen time. Now Shane, oh wow, nice takedown there by Shane Thorne. Almost a drop toe there from the ground on Apollo Crews. Shane Thorne, as we said, made his debut here, making his debut here tonight, so we're gonna have to see if he can continue to feature on those shows. The win over Apollo Crews surely wouldn't be too bad, as he would qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, so at least securing him a TV spot for that pay-per-view, and a pay-per-view match of that. Something that Nick Miller hasn't had so far. Look at the Raw 5th best pay-per-view of the year. After the Big Four. Appreciate the kind words. That you like it. Mania, Rumble, Money in the Banks. Is that SummerSlam or Survivor Series? And where's the World Cup, dude? Moonsault, that could be GG's. 1, 2, 3. Apollo Crews picks up the victory, and Apollo Crews is gonna get crushed at Money in the Bank. That is just Apollo Crews for you. I want to be so happy for Apollo Crews every single time he does something like that, but if just for once he would back it up, you know. If just for once he would be able to keep that momentum going. Next up is tag team action, by the way. I can tell you guys that much. Out first, the debutants. It is the Ascension. Another team, because I've mentioned that about the Team 6-1 earlier as well. Another team that have not won tag team gold yet. The Ascension. Now, they've had good runs. They look good at times, but they never could get it going. Balor Club, aka The Club. It's going to be Gallows and Anderson in tag team action again. They were part of that triple threat number one contenders match, including the Bludgeon Brothers and the B Team. Of course, the B Team won that by pinning Luke Gallows. However, Balor Club is going to get a shot at a redemption here tonight, led out here by the Universal Champion, Finn Balor. Tony Nese, I was going to say by their side, but Tony Nese is out here as well. So we've got the full force Balor Club out here tonight. We're going to close them bets as we're going to get into the action there. Luke Gallows starts it out against Victor, excuse me. Now, looking at this matchup right here, I think this is as similar as it gets to matchups in terms of everything. You're not gonna get a more identical matchup in terms of tag team action than Club versus Ascension. They've got the agile, but not a high flyer, more technical style, hard-hitting technical style in Victor and Carl Anderson. And you've got the taller, powerhouse-ish brawler, not a Mark Henry kind of type, not as tall as a Big Show maybe, but definitely a force to be reckoned with inside the ring. I'd say very similar height on both sides of those teams again, between Connor and Gallows as well as Victor, and it could be carbon copy. They could go to Halloween as each other. Gallows is, I'm checking the heights right there, right here. Gallows is 6'8". He might actually top. Can I see a highlight here, please? Are those only the entrances? What happened? Can you not even check heights anymore? I'm gonna check the heights anyways. After that, the ascension went by disqualification caused by someone. I don't even know what went on. We're gonna go into the gameplay. Women's division contest. This is. Out first is the Empress of Tomorrow. It is Asuka. AJ was mean. What, in the match? AJ wasn't in the match. Or are you talking to yours? Anyways, Asuka is out here first. Women's division contest. We're still looking for one more entrant into the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's, for the women on Raw, as well as to join Emma Moon and Ruby Riott, by the way, as well as a #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship, held by, of course, Sonya Deville, who did incredibly well so far. Asuka's out here first. Her opponent is somebody making her debut on Monday Night Raw in the Silver Zone. It is Natalia. Bets are open if you want to bet, exclamation mark bet with the championship want to bet, and then the option want to go for option 1 is Asuka, option number 2 is Natalia. Now, this match is gonna have a bit of a twist if you want. So I'm gonna have the stopwatch here on my phone because I should have just set the time limit to 20 minutes or so. Should we see a winner in under 5 minutes, that somebody will be the #1 contender for the women's title, facing Sonya Deville. So should Natalia beat Asuka, or the other way around, in under 5 minutes, they face Sonya Deville at Money in the Bank for the Raw Women's title. If the win occurs after 5 minutes, the winner enters is the third entrant into the Money in the Bank ladder match, and we're going to look for the #1 contender over the next 2 weeks. Asuka versus Natalia. Referee rings the bell. Off we go. Timer is started. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Not too bright. Make it darker. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up then. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Timer's on. Yeah, if I want to make it all, if I want to put the brightness all the way up, I'm going to. Leave me alone for. We're also gonna close the bets, by the way. So I'm playing. You might know who? Scotty P. Asuka sending Natalia into the ropes, and dodged there by Asuka. Leaps over Natalia, comes into the knee of the Empress of Tomorrow. Again, 5 minutes is the time limit they should be aiming at. Of course, a win is going to be crucial. The winner qualifies for either the Raw Women's title match or the Money in the Bank ladder match. Under 5 minutes gives you the straight up title match. Over 5 minutes gives you an entrance into the Money in the Bank ladder match. A nice backslide there by Asuka. Called it, Jack. Called it. Nice. Now Natalia bouncing Asuka off the top rope. Picks her back up again. Looking for a nice snapmare there. Oh, into the ropes she goes, and a boot to the face of the Empress of Tomorrow. High-paced action there, almost. You would say by Natalia. Going for the legs, maybe already looking for a sharpshooter there. She knows what is at stake, so she's gonna look to get a big victory in this matchup here tonight. Asuka counters with a nice arm drag to Natalia. Nice, oh my goodness, what a kick that was. Natalia blocked it, I believe. Nice dodge by it. Asuka going back and forth, blocking, dodging. Again, a block by Natalia. Oh, that dodge. What is going on right here? They're countering everything. Beautiful jump on that low drop kick, and then the spinning back fist blocked by Natalia. That was a beautiful segment there by the two. Nice elbow there again by Asuka, and the spinning hitting. Oh my god, that is going to be the hip attack by Asuka. Sends Natalia down. We've just got, well, I'm going to put the darkness down, the brightness down again. We are just over 2 minutes. If Natalia's going to tap here, Asuka's going to face Sonya Deville, and then we might have a new Raw Women's Champion at Money in the Bank. No doubt about it. But does Natalia tap already? No, she does not. Now, if we go by how long it took for Asuka to lock the first Asuka lock in. If she locks the second one in about the same time again from now, she will do that in under 5 minutes. However, Natalya, of course, is going to try her best to not going to let that happen. Ideally, going to win the match herself before that happens. Now, kick to the back here by Natalya. Asuka in pain. Another kick to the back by Natalya, keeping the Empress of Tomorrow down on the ground. What might be interesting to know, does either maybe even prefer to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match over the Raw Women's title match? Do they say, you know what, I'm so confident that I'm going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match that I'd rather take that, because if you win it, of course, you have a better chance than, to get the title than in the straight-up title match, just because you've got that whenever, wherever stipulation with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, very simply, look at the strength of Natalya. My goodness. Holding Asuka up in the air and drops her in the vertical suplex. 3 minutes 30 now on the clock. The camera will show powerbomb now by Natalya, going for the power moves now. Go. Cam. Just literally showing the... It works like that. 3:50 now. Just over 1 minute left. Dragging Asuka towards the middle of the ring. We've got 1 minute. So somebody needs to do something. Is Natalya dragging this one out? Does she want to go into the ladder match? Because she's very slow with anything she does right here. Nice power slam though. Picks her back up again, picking up the pace a bit more now. Looking for another power slam after that scoop slam there. But a nice counter there again by Natalya. Inverted DDT on Asuka. We've got 40 seconds left. And Asuka rolls to the outside. Maybe she knows that she's in trouble right now. Would rather take a bit of a breather, give herself a couple of seconds to maybe get back on top and go back inside and win the match there. Now counter on Natalya. 30 seconds left, just under. And they are on the outside. Of course, pinfall submission only inside of the ring. Referee is counting as we speak at a count of 3. And they're going to have to take the match back inside if they want to get a shot at the Raw Women's title. Nice forearm again by Natalya. 12 seconds. If we don't see a tap or cover straight away, the winner is going to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. 4 seconds. That has to be... Yeah. If that would have been the Asuka lock, maybe. But that is time. We are all the 5 minutes, just over. So whoever wins this match will be the third woman in the Raw... Not in the Raw, but in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, joining Raw's Ember Moon and Ruby Wright next to, so far, only NXT's Paige. Will it be Natalya or Asuka to go to Money in the Bank? Interesting side note. Last year's, and so far, the only Women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner, Asuka. She cashed in successfully on Becky Lynch at the World Cup, and... Becky Lynch is still, she's champion on NXT, so if we would allow cross-brand between Raw and NXT, the two shows that participated at Money in the Bank, we could see that happen again, but Natalya's not tapping still. Excuse... What's wrong with the submissions lately in the others mode? We've seen that a lot in the Atlas tournament, where people just wouldn't tap. And now we're seeing it here by Natalya as well. Is she just is she actually that resilient? Gut wrench throw there on Asuka. Stepping on the arm. We still yet to see a big move by Natalya, either the sharpshooter or Nettie by nature. Talking about Nettie by nature. Has she just put away Asuka? Natalya has defeated Asuka in the Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier. That means Ember Moon, Ruby Wright, and Natalya go to Money in the Bank for Raw in that ladder match. What a win by Natalya. But what does that mean for Asuka going forward in the season early on already? Damn. With that being said though, I've literally just noticed as I'm setting up that match, once again, it has come down to Randy Orton versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is like the feud of the Owners mode. Of course, we had Randy Orton versus Shinsuke Nakamura in Season 2, I believe, 4 times. Every single time Randy Orton has won, that led to their big match at WrestleMania, where Randy Orton defeated Shinsuke Nakamura with the Kinshasa to put away for the 5th time. Is tonight the night Shinsuke can finally beat Randy Orton? Out first is the Viper. Can he do what he has done so many times and beat Nakamura one more time here tonight, and maybe even add Money in the Bank to get that Universal title finally over his shoulder? The opponent in that match is going to be the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura, a man that has had the absolute most trouble in defeating Randy Orton. He looks confident as ever. He doesn't look like somebody that has been defeated by Randy Orton 5 times and is yet to pin or submit the Viper. But that is exactly what we're looking at right here. Shinsuke Nakamura. Pull up the sleeves there because he's wearing a shirt. No. The match starts. The first thing we hear is a Randy chant by the crowd in the fallaway slam by the Viper. Nakamura with a counter. I thought this could be an Authors of Pain style baiting there. Of course, it could still be Randy Orton dodging nicely. Comes back inside a punch on Nakamura, but a nice kick to the back. A few kicks to the back of the leg there of Randy Orton around the back and countered by the Viper. And a beautiful dropkick. Randy Orton still, to this end, has got to have one of the best dropkicks in the game. RKO we could very likely see, unless of course he's gonna be like, you know what? If he's gonna go for another Kinshasa victory there on Shinsuke Nakamura, a nice neck breaker there by the Viper. And he's taunting already. He, of course, is also very well aware of their record between each other. He knows. Well, he thinks he knows. He's got Shinsuke Nakamura's number. The question is, does he, though? Covered by Orton. 1. A pump could, of course, very likely be something else that we're going to see by Randy Orton. A weapon used very sparingly by Randy Orton. We've seen a hit about. Well, we've seen punt tries, I'd say, less than 10 times. He injured Woods with it. That's why he had to drop the used title back in Season 1. He injured Roman Reigns with it. He hit Big Cass with it. However, Big Cass ended up winning that match even. He was going to use it in a triple threat cage match with Rusev and Samoa Joe, where he tried twice but missed twice. And I think we had 1 or 2 other situations where he hit a punt kick. To my knowledge, that's pretty much all that we had in terms of punts. A nice knee there by Shinsuke Nakamura, flying knee almost by the artist, but Randy Orton just straight back up again into the top right corner. Is the punt even in this game? I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%, but I would assume so. I would assume so. They usually don't they don't exclude moves that are banned. I mean, pile drivers have been in the game always, and they're not allowed to use them in real life anymore for years now. And you always have pile drivers in the game, so I'd be surprised if it's not. I don't see a reason why they would remove moves from the game. If anything, they'd rename them because of their affiliation with certain superstars, maybe that are not with the company anymore. But I do not expect them removing like any moves because it's just not a storage issue or anything like that with today's technology. So yeah, again, I'd be surprised to see moves. Then again, there's probably been a few moves that have been removed over the few games, but generally I don't see why. Referee at a count of 3, both fighting back and forth, and another dropkick by Randy Orton there on the outside. Could we see maybe even just a counter victory there for Shinsuke Nakamura? Back and forth they go, kick to the back of the leg here again by Nakamura, a count of 5 and a big punch there by Orton, another kick. Another punch gets counter, and then fighting back and forth with those punches. Oh, thrust chop there, sending down Randy Orton. And took a curb stomp. No, the curb stomp was in the game. It was just not assigned to Seth Rollins. Right? Hangman's DDT there by Orton. Vintage Randy Orton, excuse me. Curb stomp WWE2k19. 1. Randy can't find it. Check on the strong strike. There are 2 or 3 different curb stomps in the special moveset. Maybe one of them. They're both in the game on a curb stomp 1 and 2. The ground move. Yeah, it's been on the game. It's just not been assigned to Seth Rollins because he started using the curb stomp too late. I think that's why he still had the Revolution knee, and that's gonna be an RKO by Orton, and that could be 6-0 against Nakamura. That's a rope break though. Orton, yeah, possibly. We were just talking about the pun being in the game or not. Inverted Explorer suplex by Shinsuke Nakamura there. The punt is the finisher of this series. Season, or you're saying it's going to be the finisher of the year, basically, in Season 3. We had the RKO connect. That was not enough due to the rope break. We're going to have that Kinshasa connect here by Shinsuke Nakamura. Is that going to be enough to put Randy Orton away? Finally. 1, 2. Shinsuke's beating Randy Orton. Would you look at that? But that now brings me back to a point I made earlier. If he can beat him, should he maybe have saved it for Money in the Bank? Can he do it again? Or was that his one victory that he's going to get over Randy Orton? Should he maybe have saved that for the Universal title match? With that, we're going to go to NXT. It is, as well as a Raw, the general manager of NXT. It is Corey Graves. We started out with Batista on Raw. We're going to start out with Corey Graves on NXT. The Savior is here. Welcome everyone to NXT. As Money in the Bank is getting closer and closer, we've already got a few superstars confirmed to appear and a few more to get a chance. Let me start off with tonight's action. That will feature our last men's Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier, a match for the man that attacked Johnny Gargano last week, as well as the awaited Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn match in tonight's main event. Now, while I'm willing to grant Daniel Bryan's wish in punishing Sami Zayn, should we see another interference in his favor, I will give Sami a bit of motivation as well. Should he win, not only will he not be punished, but he will be rewarded. More details on that, should we see him pull off the victory. In New Orleans, Chad Gable has become our first ever NXT North American champion. At Money in the Bank, we will see that title defended for the first time ever. Gable's opponent will be a man that has impressed a lot lately. The Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger. He has put in an incredible fight against the Entire Nation champion John Cena in New Orleans, as well as a victory over the NXT champion last week. Therefore, this opportunity should be well deserved. Now it is time to find out who that last member in NXT's Money in the Bank ladder match, the men's version, is going to be. It is the A-lister, The Miz. Can The Miz qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match? Miz's opponent is going to be Charlotte Flair. No, it's not Charlotte Flair. It is the same music, but it is the man that Gravity forgot. I could go through all the nicknames. I'm going to save them for Money in the Bank should he get there. Neville is out here. He could be qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's going to be Newcastle as well. Jack, as a standard user, you get one championship every minute. Money, duh. Please. The Miz versus Neville. Again, if you guys want to make bets, exclamation mark bet with the championship on a bet, and then the option you want to go for. Option number 1 is The Miz. Option number 2 is Neville. The 279.2 are the amount of championships you have. Jack is saying Neville will win. I'm surprised. Dragon Screw there by Neville. No, you're good. I mean, you chose Neville. If that's the wrong option or not, we will see at the end of the match. But that is most definitely what you wanted to go for. I would assume nice stomp on the arm there of The Miz. Sending corkscrew moonsault by Neville because he's doing them flips, you know. He's doing them flips. Nice arm break there by The Miz. Going to the outside already. What? The Miz is already getting desperate there, it seems. What is he doing? Neville, of course, is going to jump right back out there. He's going to go right after him. Jumps into the hands of The Miz, though. And gets sent back inside. Countouts are enabled in a singles matchup, so we could see a counter victory. However, no Champions Adventure or anything of the likes. No, he did place the bet. There is no follow-up command or no follow-up answer by one of the bots on the bet. He did bet. No, both works for him. Bet and bets both work. If you want to check if you place a bet or not, you can do exclamation championships, and the placed amount of championships will be in brackets then. So if Jack now does exclamation championships, you should see his championships, and then in brackets 1000 because that is what he placed. And minimum bet is 10, so that has gone in person, by the way. That bet has definitely gone in. With that, we're going to close the bets. Onto the leg of the Miz goes Neville. Trying to take out the limbs, not the worst option there. Is the Rings of Saturn still as dangerous as in the past? Of course, this is a bit of a rematch. Forgot to mention that. This is... Oh god, Maurice. Look at Maurice already. Sliding in the steel chair. Are we going to see that used, though? Slides Neville towards the middle of the ring. Goes for the cover. Interesting. Kick out to 0. Okay. We've seen Neville, The Miz, and Kofi Kingston in a qualifying match in the number contenders match for the NXT North American title. That was won by that was not what it was it? No, it was. Yeah. The North American title wasn't. Oh, The Miz. Oh my god, he tried to use the steel chair. Luckily, Neville countered that one. Very lucky there by Neville. Getting the steel chair out of the hands of The Miz in time. Oh my god, no. Oh god, if that would have been the snap DDT, that might have been right on the steel chair. Yeah, The Miz qualified for the NXT North American title match by defeating Neville, by pinning Neville, which was a surprise already. Tonight, Neville's got the chance to get revenge on him. I think that The Miz is going to win because I'm more familiar with his name. Yeah. Oh, nice counter there by Neville. Sends Miz into the top left corner. Comes jumping in with the dropkick there, but Miz gets out of the corner in time. Now, rope assisted stomp there by The Miz, and Maurice is loving it right now. Miz is on top of that match. He might not have gotten the steel chair shot in on Neville, but he's definitely still doing pretty damn well in that match. Nice head scissors there by Neville. Stomp to the back of the leg as well. Now, again, he's focusing on the legs a lot, which is surprising. If he's going to go for submissions, I would assume it's going to be the Rings of Saturn, which is going to focus on the arms or the back, well, both. So, a focus on the legs is an interesting way to go about things here for Neville. Neckbreaker by The Miz. And again, Neville straight back up again. A couple of kicks there too. The Miz do connect, and a brainbuster. My goodness, drives a neck first into the mat there with a brainbuster. Does Neville now sending Miz into the corner again? Can he finally connect with one of those corner moves? No, Miz has got them very, very well covered. Seems as soon as Miz goes into the corner, he's in full reversal mode. Big boot, sending down Neville. He's gonna roll to the outside, to the apron at least, and that's very close to Maurice. That is a dangerous spot to be in for Neville. Maurice definitely, as seen already, not afraid to get involved. Was going over to Neville already, but The Miz punched him off the apron right before that. Now Maurice picks him back up again. Okay. What is going on today? Wait. What's happening? Oh my god. Maurice was looking to throw Neville back inside, but as they both went for the grapple counted as a hit. Therefore, as Maurice attacked Neville, Neville wins via disqualification. What is going on with the disqualifications today? I think, off the back of what's happening today, this series is, we're just not going to do Kana's thing because they're shipping with Kana's. Might be we're just not going to put managers to the ringside because they're shipping with that as well. Nikki Bella's out here. The first time we've seen her on NXT so far. Of course, she's been drafted to NXT via the draft. All the women are looking to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. So much so that they are forgetting about one thing. The NXT Women's title. Now, Becky, I know you would happily sit in the back watching the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but that is not going to happen. I'm yet to make my in-ring debut this season, so how about I make it against you? what better match could you imagine for the NXT Women's title at Money in the Bank than the Irish Lass Kicker, Becky Lynch, against the fearless Nikki Bella, right?
Yeah, right. I think somebody's got something against that. Dream match there, Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch. Banging tune. Ronda Rousey, as well as Nikki Bella, making her first appearance on NXT right here tonight, and she's gonna confront the fearless. And to be honest, she might be the fearless Nikki Bella. She didn't look that fearless right there when that music hit.
Yeah.
Not too crazy.
What better match could we imagine? I wonder. I haven't made my debut either, but I'm not going to go out here asking for a title match. However, I would happily rip your arm off to earn one. So how about I make my debut next week against you?
Challenge has been laid down, and you know what? It's on. Number 1 contenders match next week, NXT Women's Championship, Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey, double debut. Okay, boys. Gameplay. You might have heard the theme already. Up first is the EST of NXT, Bianca Belair. She's won her debut back, well, before Armageddon even, or before NXT taking New Orleans in terms of NXT. Defeating Carmella. Wasn't able to win the number 1 contenders match against Becky Lynch, who is of course now the champion, but she's got a chance to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match if she can win this upcoming matchup. Good. Opponent for Bianca Belair in this Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier is one half of the Iconics. We have seen the other half of the Iconics try to qualify last weekend. It's Paige, it was Peyton Royce. Today it is Billie Kay. Do the World Cup, Jack. Do the World Cup. Do it on the World Cup. I don't know what exactly that is, but do it on the World Cup. Bianca Belair, Billie Kay. Are we going to see another disqualification or something like that? Weird again. Okay, gotcha. I don't know what you're saying. Well, yeah, they're expecting you to start an hour later, because of the truck thing. But if you just tell them that you cannot start later, because I don't know, depending on when they told you. If they told you yesterday, you could just say you can't. I mean, at least that's how it works for us. If I say it can't work later, I'm not going to. Yeah, I understand that it's too late now, but could you just could you not have just said, you know what, I don't care, essentially, if wasting time, that's not like my issue. It has to be a November sporting event. Money in the Bank, Jack. Money in the Bank. Probably gonna be a bit clutch on the World Cup being in November. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how, if you can pull stuff like that, but they schedule that over 2 weeks. Oh well, okay. Then we could do anything about it either. But then again, it's just an hour. I mean, you're not working longer or anything. You just, the time frame's moved a bit, so I guess not that bad. Nice dodge there by Billie Kay, and a hip toss on Bianca Belair by the iconic Billie Kay. Oh, head scissor now by Billie Kay as well, using those long legs here against the EST. Could she actually go to Money in the Bank? I'd say, off the back of what we've seen so far from all the win, while Billie Kay is making her in-ring debut in this very matchup, I'd say that the favorite is Bianca Belair. By the way, I'm gonna close the bit. Yeah, yeah, that I mean, doesn't really matter unless you generally have got some any plans for that time frame for real events or retire any of these. Jesus Christ, Survivor Series. Am I helping, Jack? The final on the outside now, of course, the referee has initiated the counter is going to be enabled in one-on-one matches. And once again, if we're going to see counter here, at least a counter victory, of course, not a counter draw, a double counter draw, and a count of 6, by the way. The one that is not going to get counted out wins, but Billie Kay throws Bianca Belair back in at 7. joins her in the ring, so that count's going to be broken, and all that what I just said is irrelevant. Do you think I have a life? Considering you've not been in these streams much, I am very much thinking so, yes. Because give me one reason why you would not be in here if you don't have a life. Gotcha there, gotcha. ESC with a big counter there on Bianca Belair, dusting off, going, sending him over top rope again, and that is going to be to the outside. Oh my god, what is Bianca doing? What are you doing? What have you got in your mind, girl? Frog splash from the top rope. Jesus, frog splash to the ground. Oh my god, landed flat on the outside. That is not going to be pleasant. And again, we've got the count, and Billy Kay seems to be confident now. Well, it's an option, but then I have to do a backstory. Well, use the build that they're doing for Survivor Series. Like, what backstory do you need? Or use a Survivor Series history. Because you live in Germany and the time zones suck. You'll always find an excuse, right? I'm varying so much in terms of time when I stream that I doubt that that's always going to be an excuse. I'm just saying. Like when I work late shifts, I'll stream. The streams would start about like 12 hours earlier than today, possibly. Yeah, my stream times vary so much that surely you'd be able to catch them every now and then. Which you do currently. Like I'm forward, but I'm just talking about like before when you did. Oh, Bianca powerbomb. Oh no, facebuster on Billy Kay there, sends her over the shoulders, head first or face first, even into the mat, goes up top again. If that is another frog splash trying, if this time this connects, that could be it for the ESC. She could be going to Money in the Bank now, 450, if that should be it. The 450 by Bianca Belair, and that's a 1, 2, 3. Billy Kay has lost against Bianca Belair, and therefore the EST of NXT is going to Money in the Bank. I wonder if I generally have turned off replays because we're not seeing any more highlights. Maybe the Big Red Monster Kane, of course. Can he pick up a victory in his in-ring debut? He did Tombstone. Johnny Gargano again during his match with Ty Dillinger. That is what granted him this match. We don't know why he did that, but I mean it's Kane, so it could be any reason really. Kofi Kingston is the opponent for Kane here tonight. He also was in that NXT North American title match with The Miz and Chad Gable. However, Kofi Kingston was also, same as The Miz, not able to win that contest. Can he get back on track here with a victory over Kane? I would not bet money on it. If I knew more about WWE, I would love this stream. You would love this stream? What do you want to say with that? What do you mean you would love the stream if you knew more? What does that mean, Kristen? Do you have any confessions to make? Well, show him the stream then. I'd love to meet him. Jack says Kofi Kingston, by the way. I don't know why you would say Kofi Kingston, but I'm gonna say Kane. And with that, I'm going to close them bets. Kane with a full-on Boston Crab on Kofi Kingston. Kofi's bad. We'll see. We'll see, Kristen. I like how you've not answered my question. Why did you not do that then, Kristen? Why did you not bet on Kane? Nice hooks in the arm here by Kofi Kingston. Kane is on the ground. Kofi picks him back up, sets him up straight there, and the headlock by Kofi Kingston. SOS. That could be either the SOS or the Trouble in Paradise. Could put away Kane, but I would assume you're going to need more than one attempt to put away Kane as well. I think that is going to be quite tough to keep down the Big Red Monster. SC right there, kick to the back. Kane just gets back up again. Clotheslines Kofi over the top rope. P1 Gaming, dude. What's going on? How you doing? How are you doing? This is Xbox One and not interactive, if that is either of your first two questions. The second one kind of answers your request as well. But if you want Taka Michinoku, maybe it is nice for you to hear that Katsuyori Shibata is part of the roster on SmackDown. Inverted DDT that are by Kane sends Kofi back down to the ground as they have re-entered the ring. They're at the count of 5 by the referee early. Nice counter again by Kofi going around the back of Kane, and now he's at the moment of the top rope. Going to the other side of the ring now. Kofi's, oh god, Kofi, don't do that. Don't do that, Kofi. Don't do it. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't. He jumps. Kane stepped out of the way there. Nice frog splash try there by Kofi, but Kane. What is that? What was that? I thought Kofi collapsed on the Irish whip, but then he teleported into... That was weird. Kane now with a powerbomb on Kofi. Jackknife there. Oh god, Kane's going up top now. Okay. Okay. Oh, Kofi's back up though. Kofi is back up and double hex out by Kane. He's gonna sort that out. He's gonna send him back down. He goes up to the other rope corner now. What the heck is going on in that match? Kane up top again, waits for Kofi to get back up again. Flying clothesline, would assume, is going to be what Kane is looking for. Pretty much the only move he goes for from the top rope, and that is exactly what he's going for. Looking for a chokeslam to end things off here. Can he put away Kofi? Can he connect with a chokeslam? Got the hold. Up he goes. Down he goes. And that's a GG. Kane wins. 1, 2, 3. The Big Red Machine. The man who tombstone Johnny Gargano, maybe getting a match here as a bit of a punishment here by the general manager, defeats Kofi Kingston. Congratulations to Kane. Putting away Kofi with the chokeslam eventually in that match. That is the wrong side. The ref is on the other side. Kane. What are you doing? Oh god, Kane just grabbed his steel chair. Kane grabbed his steel chair. He's like, oh my god, what is he on a destruction course there? Grabbing the steel chair, looking to attack Kofi Kingston. That's Johnny Gargano. There is our NXT champ. The man he attacked last week. He gets the steel chair, and Kane backs off there. Not gonna have any of it. If Johnny's got that steel chair, Kane's like, you know what? Never mind about that. I'm not gonna get into the fight then. But Johnny Gargano making the save to Kofi Kingston there. Kane again looking for an attack on one of our talents here on NXT. Destruction course for Kane. Daniel Bryan was not having it, was not going for the risk of an interference by Kevin Owens after Sami has won against Kurt Hawkins by interference before the week before that. Can he defeat Daniel Bryan on his own? That is what Daniel Bryan was afraid was not going to happen at New Orleans. Sami Zayn being on his own. Everyone, 1-on-1. Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, maybe this time no count out. That would be very, very much appreciated. Referee rings the bell there, and off we go in that match. Sami with a big punch there to Sami Zayn, already looking for a Karamate throw there. Karate suplex by Daniel Bryan, busting off big moves early on in this matchup. Maybe looking to finish this off quickly. Anyways, of course, we got 3 weeks or 2.5 now roughly until Money in the Bank. So Daniel Bryan should make sure that he is 100% going into that ladder match, giving him the best chance to win that Money in the Bank ladder match. Again, he's going to be joined by, from the NXT side of things, going to be joined by Neville and 2 members of the Undisputed Era. Raw's participants will be Big E, Cedric Alexander, Apollo Crews, and 1 more to be determined. That's going to be the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match here for Raw and NXT. For anyone new that does know, Money in the Bank is a share pay-per-view for us this year between Raw and NXT. Raw, NXT, and SmackDown are now all main roster shows. That was like the big change going into season 3 of this year's mode. NXT elevated to a main roster show, so we had a restructure in pay-per-view schedules. That means we're gonna have in 1 month we're gonna have one of the 3 brands have a single pay-per-view, and the other 2 share the pay-per-view. In this case, SmackDown has No Way Out, and Money in the Bank has is for Raw and NXT. Last month, for example, NXT had NXT TakeOver New Orleans, and Raw and SmackDown were sharing Armageddon. And every 3rd month, so 4 times a year, we're going to have one of the big 4 pay-per-views that's going to be shared through all 3 brands. That is the Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And those big 4 are SummerSlam, which is after Money in the Bank, the next pay-per-view. So we're only going to have that one SummerSlam pay-per-view on this month. Then we're going to have the Tarnation World Cup 3 months after that. We're going to have the Royal Rumble 3 months after that. And then we're going to have WrestleMania at the end of the season. Those are the big 4. Survivor Series kind of degraded to a dual branded show rather than one of the big four or even big five as we had over the first 2 seasons. We had basically the big five. No Connor this time. Daniel Bryan sent Sami Zayn back in the ring in time. This season 1 and 2, the big five for us were Rumble, Survivor Series, Mania, and SummerSlam, as well as Money in the Bank in the first year, and in the second year, instead of Money in the Bank, it was Great Balls of Fire. Can I join? Not generally in terms of create or putting in a superstar. There's definitely ways to get involved, ways to interact with, for example, the bets. The Tarnation Championship, for example, is an interactive part of this universe mode where you can choose who's going to fight for the Tarnation Championship. That's always going to be voted for by you guys, but it is not your standard interactive universe mode where you choose a superstar that you're then going to control or anything like that. But if you support the series, if you are Daniel Bryan wins in rather convincing fashion. No reward for Sami, no punishment though. Sami Zayn gets out of the match. All that he's got out of that match is losing, essentially. He's not going to get punished because we did see interference, but he's also going to get rewarded because he lost that match. Daniel Bryan goes towards Money in the Bank with momentum so far. Of course, we still got two more episodes of NXT left, so who knows what's going to happen there for Daniel Bryan. With that, that is the end of NXT, and with that, we're going to head over into SmackDown. Let's see who's got some words to say to the universe on Rusev. Rusev been a very controversial figure over SmackDown over last week's day. He of course had a chance to qualify for that Armageddon triple threat tag team held in a challenge for the SmackDown tag team titles at Armageddon. Obviously, with Nick Miller, he lost to the Deletions, to the greatest tag team of all time, however, in that spot. Tagged Nick Miller the week after, also tagged him backstage then last week. Now he's out here to address after Nick Miller has had requested a match with Rusev in between. Then, you know what, I want a match. That match was going to be scheduled for last week, but as we said, Rusev took him out backstage, which makes him, or which puts him on the shelf a little bit. As far as I know, nothing too serious, but was not able to compete last week, and I don't think he's going to be able to compete over the coming days either.
So, where are you? You wanted a match, Nick Miller. I am right here. So if you want that match, come out here if you can.
Oh god, Rusev. Rusev, of course, as I just mentioned, Nick Miller was wanting a match with Rusev. He put him out on the shelf last week. Rusev knows very well that Nick Miller is not in any state to come out here to accept that matchup right now. I don't even know if he's in the arena or if he's at home or in the hospital resting.
I thought so. Happy Rusev Day.
The gameplay out first is Liv Morgan, who who lost officially to Charlotte last week due to disqualification after the interference by Nia Jax. She had a match on there with the Queen, Charlotte, but that was, as we said, cancelled due to the interference by Nia Jax, unfortunately, but she's going to get another match, and this time it's going to be a number one contenders match, so definitely step up for Liv Morgan, I'd argue. Also, in that number one contenders match is the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane. She is getting a chance to go to No Way Out if she can go through Liv Morgan and one more female superstar here tonight. Is Bayley. Bayley will face Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan to find an opponent for Sasha Banks. On the beat, maybe? No, he's in the Cruiserweight Rumble, Cruiserweight ladder match. That doesn't have to, they can just pull double duty if they get voted for. Liv Morgan doing the, what's happening? Liv Morgan up to the outside taunting a lot. Bayley taunting in the ring. Kairi Sane just standing there looking at them. What is happening? By the way, I'm gonna go for the Pirate Princess. I'm gonna say Kairi Sane is gonna win that matchup. And with that, we're gonna close the bets. The punches delivered by Bayley. Liv Morgan in those ropes. Head scissor by Kairi Sane. Ezekiel, that was literally seconds too late. Oh my god, I'm sorry, my dude. That was legit seconds. I closed the bet as that one has gone in. But we're gonna have still have more matches come to get these to get more championships if you are on the hunt for a few championships now. If you've gotten hungry for them, you also get them by watching, by the way. So as a standard user, you get one championship per minute. And on top of that, one way where you can always stack up a lot of championships is predictions. I do that for pay-per-views. I usually contact the people on Twitter and send them basically a formula with all the matches or predictions that you can make in the DMs or whatever, and then you can just get me back with the answers, and depending on how many you get right, you get championships for free, no entry fee or nothing, just a fun and easy way to get a few championships. So if you join the Universe mode, if it is something you're gonna look to watch more often, and maybe you want to take part in the predictions, you can absolutely do so. Bailey with a snap suplex there on Liv Morgan. We saw the quick cover there, I believe, by Liv Morgan on Kairi Sane, but a quick kick out as well, or breakup by Bailey rather. I'm pretty sure we would have seen a kick out either way though. Now the snap suplex by Kairi Sane to Bailey, and if Liv Morgan now hits Kairi Sane with a suplex as well, we would have seen a perfect rotation, but no. Liv Morgan sent over the top rope here by Zane. Bailey sends Kairi Sane after her as well. Two women on the outside. Oh, Bailey sends Kairi Sane off the apron. Liv Morgan is hovering around that steel post, back inside, now back outside. Not quite sure where to go. Bailey, oh my goodness. Was that a Black Mass there by Liv Morgan? Just knocking out Kairi Sane, because why not? Sends Bailey back inside now. Of course, in a triple threat match, everything goes. And this situation where somebody is down, Liv Morgan is so confused. It's unreal. Running around very, very weirdly. But yeah, you gotta take advantage when one of the opponents is on the outside. A backbreaker there by Bailey pulls Kairi Sane back onto her knee. We're also on the outside now. Sends Liv Morgan up top, who's countering Bailey very nicely now, back and forth between the two. 5 minutes carried up counter there by Bailey. Has got Liv Morgan locked again. Into the ropes or into the corner. The ropes it is for Liv Morgan. A kick by Bailey. Another one gets caught by Liv Morgan though. Now Liv is the one sending Bailey into the corner. Maybe sending her up top. Oh, Liv Morgan taunting her as well. Up to the top rope she goes, but Kairi Sane comes in and interrupts that one. But Bailey's still on the top rope. Kairi Sane is going to go for a top rope. Roll up. Nice roll up there by Kairi Sane from the top rope, but a breakup by Liv Morgan, who was there already. Of course, Alabama slamming up possibly on Liv Morgan, connects as well. And Kairi Sane is cleaning house there, as I said, the close on by Bailey. Liv Morgan on the outside, now formed by Bailey, and a neck breaker on the Pirate Princess right there. Covered by Bailey. Referee's down as well. What? Okay. All three went back as out of the ring. However, Kairi Sane is on the apron now. Bailey heard Liv Morgan coming, because she hasn't turned around once. I would assume she heard her coming, and takes her down instantly. As Kairi's now sending Liv towards the corner. Maybe up top again. Maybe that rolled off the top or not. Nope. That's going to be the sliding D. I think it's called. The elbow by Kairi Sane into the corner. Connects. Is she going up top straight away for that insane elbow? No. Bailey trying to take advantage with a cover. But Kairi Sane, of course, there to break it up. Backing off there. Bailey's got her. Sends her over the top row. And that might now be Bailey taking advantage of that. No, Kairi Sane with a nice counter there. Forward toward Bailey. Back inside the ring she goes. All three went back up now. German suplex by Kairi Sane. And now sending her attention towards Liv Morgan. Double X handle. Misses. Oh, Liv Morgan just jumping around very weirdly. And a back suplex by Bailey. Bailey. That double X handle missed. And a neck breaker by Liv Morgan. Nope. Bailey with a strength there into a neck breaker herself. Kairi Sane back up again. And into the corner she goes. What has Bailey got in mind now? She tried earlier, and she's going to try again. That suplex into the middle turnbuckle for Kairi Sane will connect by Bailey. Goes for the cover. Liv Morgan down on the outside. Referee is down for the cover as well. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Kairi Sane. Liv Morgan not there to break it up. That was a huge chance for Bailey to win that matchup, but it was not to be. Kairi Sane with a big kick out there. Looking for the Bailey to belly, but Liv Morgan's there to stop her. Up top she goes. Hand scissor and a roll up on Bailey. Kairi Sane is still dizzy, but a kick out of 1. Jesus Christ. I maybe expected a close kick out, but that was nothing there. Nice knee there by Liv Morgan. Is Kairi Sane? Nope. Bailey's there. Not taking care of the other opponent in that choke. Bailey to belly. Bailey to belly by Bailey. What? How to take advantage of that one? Incredible. And that's a kick out. That is a kick out by Bailey. By Liv Morgan. I thought that was going to be for sure. Bailey took advantage of the situation there almost perfectly. That huge knee by Liv Morgan breaks up the cover, hits it with a Bailey to belly, but it was not to be just yet. Now A nice elbow there to the chest by Kairi Sane. Liv Morgan to the outside. Bayley with a nice form. Another one. And the barrage of forms. The third one countered by Kairi Sane. And again, a German suplex on Bayley. I thought maybe Kairi's going up top there for the insane elbow. But we still haven't seen it. One. Kick out of one. Kick out of one by Bayley. I don't know what's going on with Bayley. I just think she's not... Oh. Is that going to be the insane elbow incoming? Liv Morgan is back inside though. Liv Morgan back inside. Kairi Sane is going to send her into the corner. Maybe looking for that sliding D again. Yes, she is indeed. Sliding D one more time for Liv Morgan. Bayley's in the ring. She's going to be there. She could break anything up that is going to be happening. Can Kairi Sane make sure... Oh, she's gone up top. Insane elbow on Liv Morgan. Bayley's waiting for it. No, what's she doing? Moonsault on Liv. Why did she not go for the insane elbow? Huge mistake there by... Kairi Sane, she did not even see it. Liv Morgan pulled the knees up, so went right into it. And now the single leg Boston Crab by Kairi Sane and a breakup by Liv Morgan. Huge mistake in my opinion there by Kairi. Liv Morgan now with a suplex on the Pirate Princess, connects with it. Kairi Sane doing very well, rolling to the apron there, getting a bit of a breather, maybe even buying herself enough time for Bayley to recuperate and get back inside. Oh, nice counter there on Liv Morgan. Kairi Sane now back inside. However, Liv is the one to send her into the top left corner. Double knees get dodged by Kairi Sane, and a suplex is not going to happen. A dropkick by Bayley. Covered by Kairi Sane. That is cheeky. That is very, very cheeky there by the Pirate Princess. Oh, Liv Morgan with the kick. Bayley to belly. Bayley to belly. And Kairi Sane is in the ropes. That could be it again. Second Bayley to belly. Surely that's it. Bayley has got the victory, Jack. Please. Ow. Bayley gets the victory. We're going to see Bayley versus Sasha again. We're not seeing the first time Kairi versus Sasha or Liv versus Sasha. Bayley versus Sasha it is. For the SmackDown Women's title in 2 weeks and no way out. It is the Queen. Charlotte, this time for real, the Queen, not Neville. The Queen has got some words to say here on SmackDown. Of course, we mentioned that her match got interrupted and thrown off by Nia Jax, essentially with the interference by the Irresistible Force against Liv Morgan. She was not able to qualify for the women's title match earlier either. Charlotte likely going to address Nia Jax and that situation. After that video segment, we've got a tag team match coming up. That is going to be Seth Rollins and a partner of his choice versus Bobby Roode and a partner of his choice. They are sent to look for a partner each backstage. They're going to face up in a tag team contest before they face again at No Way Out for the IC title. Whichever team wins, be it Seth Rollins' team, then Seth Rollins can choose the stipulation for their one-on-one match at No Way Out. If Roode's team win, Roode is going to choose the stipulation, and with that, we've got a couple of tweets by Roode and Rollins. Rollins says, "Tonight I get the chance to choose the stipulation. I will beat Bobby Roode in at No Way Out." He follows that one up with a second tweet, which reads, "So if Bobby wants to fight me again and again and again, I will beat him again and again and again in an Iron Man match."
Now lost to Sasha at Armageddon. I thought I would rebound straight away, getting another victory at SmackDown to stay on top of the division. I mean, technically I did get another victory, but not exactly the way I thought I would, after I got attacked by Nia Jax. Now Nia, I understand your frustrations after not being able to beat me in the #1 Contenders Battle Royale, and I did give you your one-on-one match, which you managed to win. But that doesn't seem to be enough for you, does it? What else do you want? Do you want another match? Did our match not go the way you wanted to, despite your victory? We just found out the #1 contender for Sasha's title at No Way Out, and neither of us got another chance. So if you really want another match, I've got time at No Way Out, but don't expect the result to be the same this time. I will be prepared, and when I've beaten you, I will look to go back towards that SmackDown Women's title.
So Charlotte almost challenging Nia Jax again. As she said, she's got no issue fighting her again. If that is what Nia Jax really wants. She's also mentioned, of course, we know now who's going to face Sasha Banks, so they're not going to be in the title match. We know that much. We're quickly going to go back to that tweet by Seth Rollins because we kind of had to rush through. So again, Rollins said, "So if Bobby wants to fight me again and again and again, I will beat him again and again and again in an Iron Man match. No low blows. Hashtag no low blows. Excuse me." So should Seth with his partner win tonight? we're gonna see an Iron Man match at No Way Out, it seems. Bobby Roode, of course, went to Twitter as well, so let's see if he reveals his possible stipulation as well. But we said, No Way Out, I will become Intercontinental Champion in a no DQ match. Good luck, Rollins. Hashtag glories, hashtag low blow. We've, of course, seen the low blow on the back of the rope of Bobby Roode, completely embracing that mentality, and maybe he's getting that chance to do that again at No Way Out. If that's gonna be no DQ, of course, in an Iron Man match, a disqualification would be enabled, so that would mean that low blows would not be illegal. While I say, once again, I feel like we have that every other episode. Now, again, we've got things happening backstage, so let's see what is transpiring in the backstage area. That is Razor being attacked from behind by Big Show and Mark Henry. Out of all, Akam makes the save. Razor, of course, has been incredible in their matches with the Elite in the rematch last week. That was incredible performance by Razor. Big Show and Mark Henry decide to attack Razor from behind. Now, if they want to pick a fight with the Authors of Pain, which is, if we've watched that main event last week, that is not a smart thing to do at all. I guess from the performances so far, Razor is the one to focus on. But gameplay, we go up first. It is the Glorious One, the #1 contender, starts it off as he will do at No Way Out as well. Of course, champion always enters second. Bobby Roode is out first. The Glorious One decide to change up ropes a bit. Of course, still fully embracing that low blow mentality out of the way. We've seen that hashtag as well. Hashtag Glorious, hashtag low blow. So maybe he's alternating between the Glorious low blows. SmackDown's part of the New Day. Of course, the former New Day is now split over all three brands. We've got Xavier Woods on SmackDown. That's who's out next. Big E on Raw, who's going to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. We've learned that before. And Kofi Kingston on NXT, who is so far not going to be on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And Woods is out here. He could have faced Seth Rollins at No Way Out, and Armageddon, I should say, if you had won the #1 contenders match for the IC title. He was in that match after beating the Cruiserweight champion back then, Lince Dorado, but he could not take that chance. So Xavier Woods is out here next. I don't know how Bobby Roode got him on the side, but knows what's behind that. Next up, of course, we've got the Kingslayer, Seth Rollins. He is the man, of course. Still got that belt around his waist. Won that one at WrestleMania from Drew McIntyre, and has held it ever since. Defended it at Armageddon against Bobby Roode, and he said is going to defend it again at No Way Out against Bobby Roode. Who's going to be Seth's partner in this matchup? Seth's partner is Xavier Woods. He just enters first in their team up. Bobby Roode's partner is not Xavier Woods. Bobby Roode has not found a partner. Apparently, we've got a handicap match on our hands right here. This is, I believe, the 3rd or 4th ever handicap match in the Zero Zone. And I believe the 4th. We had one for Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns and Randy Orton, I believe, which Brock Lesnar won. We had Wade Barrett versus Michael Elgin and Brian Kendrick, I think it was, or maybe Jinder Mahal. 2 out of Jinder Mahal, Brian Kendrick, and Michael Elgin. It was Wade Barrett versus the Alliance, which Barrett won. And we had, I think, a 2 or 3 handicap match between the Authors of Pain against, I believe, the Usos and Braun Strowman, I want to say. So that should be the 4th handicap match, but I think Bobby Roode is doing quite well against Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, I'm not surprised generally that Xavier Woods is happily accepting a matchup against Bobby Roode right here, the chance to get a bit of revenge, because, as mentioned, if Xavier Woods would have won the #1 contenders match, he could have faced Seth Rollins at Armageddon instead. Now, who faced Seth Rollins? Bobby Roode. So that means he is the one who won that match. That was a triple threat match, also including Katsuyori Shibata, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the one, yes. And how did Xavier Woods lose? Via low blows. 2 of them on him, and Bobby Roode got the victory. So again, Xavier Woods, of course, looking for a bit of revenge here on the glorious low blow master that is Bobby Roode. That sounds so wrong. That sounds so incredibly wrong. Welcome back, Jack. Bobby Roode with a kick to Xavier Woods. And now Bobby Roode, he's fighting him on the outside. We've got no counters. This this was scheduled to be a tag team match, so we have no counters as for tag team match rules in this universe mode. A big punch there by Bobby Roode. But pinfall and submission have to take place inside the ring. The question is, can Bobby Roode wear down Xavier Woods enough for him to make a tag and maybe then wear down Seth Rollins as well to somehow get a victory? Maybe via low blow. But then again, if the referee sees it, he's going to disqualify Bobby Roode and Seth, Team Seth. I'm going to call them all going to be the victors in the match. Turns around. Oh, look at that. Sends Woods into the apron. That is, from what I've heard, I've just got word that this is indeed the hardest part of the ring. Dragging Xavier Woods towards the middle of the ring, going for the cover. Seth doesn't even go in there. That was a kick out at 0. Xavier Woods is back up in the form to Bobby Roode. Now making the tag to Seth Rollins. Nope. Where has he gotten that honor roll from? Honor roll, victory roll, however, clothesline. Oh, Bobby Roode, that could be it already. Could we see a victory by Xavier Woods over Bobby Roode without Seth Rollins even being involved? Picks him back up again. Nope. Xavier Woods gives it to Seth Rollins. He makes the tag. And Seth Rollins joins in the Unicorn Stampede with Xavier Woods and Seth Rollins. Would you look at that picture right there? Burn it up. Wow. That would be something. Again, if I would be able to script that completely, I'd go for that burn it down stomps on a Bobby Roode in that Unicorn Stampede there. Perfect. I'm so good at booking. I'm not kidding. I am. Kick out of 1 though by Bobby Roode. Unicorn Stampede not putting away the #1 contender. Good for him. I mean, that would have been maybe not the most impressive performance over a backstabber now on Seth Rollins. Trying to get back up, but Roode stomps him straight back down again. Immense carry there by Bobby Roode and a flapjack. Oh my god, almost caught on the top rope there for Seth Rollins. Bobby Roode is doing alright. I mean, he could have definitely gotten off worse there. Could be put away already. The Unicorn Stampede, I mean, the Unicorn Stampede, the Unicurb Stampede. That's the one. Glorious DDT incoming for Bobby Roode. Connects on Seth. Oh my god! If he wins that, cover 1, 2. He got a 2 by Seth Rollins. The Unicurb Stampede. I love that so much. Seth looked like he was going to make another tag to Xavier Woods here. Maybe seen more tags by Rollins and Woods there than expected in a handicap match. You would think that it gets Bobby Roode in a handicap match. They wouldn't need that many covers. That they would be fine with, well, less covers essentially. Rolls him up there and a super kick busts him wide open as well. That could be it already. Lost in the Burning Woods. Oh god. Tag team becoming 1, 2. Kick out of 2 by Bobby Roode stays in it. God. We're good. So good. Oh, the counter there by Bobby Roode. A jawbreaker on Seth Rollins. Sends him into his corner. There is no tag to be made, Roode. There is no tag to be made. I don't know what you were thinking there. Another counter on Seth Rollins, though. Second glorious DDT. Nuh-uh. That's a rope break. That might have been lucky there for the IC champion. Seth Rollins might have gotten a slice of luck there. Bobby Roode is not doing too bad. If you can pull out a performance like that. A third one? Woods is there to break it up, and that's going to be the big issue there for Roode if he wants to win that match to get around Woods breaking that one up, because he doesn't have somebody in the corner stopping Xavier Woods. But I'm sure he would have beaten Seth Rollins there. Oh my god. If Bobby Roode can pull up a performance like that at No Way Out, we might see a new Intercontinental Champion beat the Iron Man match or DQ. That of course is then going to play an important part. Do we see low blows or not? Are they legal? Illegal. Double form there by Rollins. A second one. Sling Blade on Bobby Roode. Picks him back up again. Can Seth Rollins put away Bobby Roode? Rolls him up again. Another super kick. Busted wide open already. Surely not going to help the matter. He's going to go for the cover. No, he's not. Sits him up straight there. He goes for the headlock. The headlock is like the one thing I would not expect him to go for there. A lot of things, but not the headlock. Picks him back up. That's going to be the ripcord. Ripcord, knee strike, and that's going to be it. Rude is down. Rollins has won it. We're going to see Rude versus Rollins in an Iron Man match at No Way Out. Can Rude score more points than Seth Rollins? That is the big question. Xavier Woods is, well, he helped Rollins win that match, I'd say. Let's get into the gameplay and let's find out who is going to fight for that penultimate spot inside the Elimination Chamber. Out first it is the master of the 619 in that arena as well. That is so much nostalgia right there. It is. I'm just missing that jump, that leap that he did. Of course, can't do that anymore due to his knee. But Rey Mysterio is out here and he's going to fight for a spot inside the WWE World Title Elimination Chamber match. One of the toughest men on the SmackDown roster, it is Katsuyori Shibata. Winner of the Beast in the East tournament. He is one of two participants that we know will be in the World Cup already. That is the World Champion Kenny Omega, and that is Katsuyori Shibata, representing Canada and Japan respectively. 2 years ago, like 1 or 2 years ago, due to a neck injury, is now the leader of the dojo for New Japan in America, from what I know, unless that has changed. But yeah, considered to be one of the toughest guys on the New Japan roster. I'd say of the past decade or so, maybe up there with the likes of Tomohiro Ishii, Minoru Suzuki. He was part of our Beast in the East tournament, as we said, where 60 Japanese superstars fought up for not only a one-year contract, which he earned by winning, but also to represent Japan in the World Cup. Of course, Rey Mysterio, former entrant into the World Cup, former finalist even in the World Cup, where he represented Mexico. We lost the final to Kenny Omega. So Shibata will be in the World Cup with Kenny Omega, the man who he will look to face for the title at No Way Out, which where he has to go through Rey Mysterio, who faced Kenny Omega, the man who is now the champion at the World Cup, the tournament which Shibata is going to go to next year. Awesome, right? Shibata sends Rey Mysterio in the top right corner. And look at that. Look at that. Boot right to the chin of Rey Mysterio. I was going to say awesome agility that are by Shibata, but of course Rey Mysterio not the tallest. You don't have to get you like up too much. Especially if you're off the height of Shibata. He was one of the tallest participants in that Beast in these tournament as well, to probably no one's surprise. Rey Mysterio not letting that grapple connect. They're a nice spinning heel kick that are on Shibata, and a kick to the back by Rey Mysterio there. Drag Shibata towards the middle. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bit of a monkey flip variant there by Rey Mysterio. Using the momentum against Shibata. They're using the momentum to throw the heavy opponent through the ring. And now he's going locked again. Sends him into the top left corner. Head first repeatedly. Can we see blood in that matchup? Of course, we're not going to see as much blood from Rey Mysterio, even if he's busted wide open underneath that mask. Maybe dripping through the eyes or the mouth area. That is about all we're going to see from Rey Mysterio. But again, it can happen. Shibata is no stranger to form you right in the face. And that causing a bit of blood flow, possibly. Of course, we've seen that at SummerSlam in WWE between Lesnar and Orton. Shibata is somebody that could pull that off if you wanted to. Maybe a bit of a safer work than Brock Lesnar, I'd argue, in some sense. But then again, of course, that one was a great vintage bulldog there by Rey Mysterio. I bet Shibata didn't put a needle under his toenail and kick the wall. Why would he though? That hurts. Did Rey do that? God, oh my God, Jack. Why have you said that? My goodness, head scissor by Rey Mysterio. No, Jack, stop it. Seriously. Rey's going up top now. Shibata's still on the ground. What's Rey looking for? Oh, elbow drop on Shibata. Gonna go through the car. Referee's down. One. Kick out of one by Katsuyori Shibata. Again, he is tough. He's not gonna stay down just like that. So you're gonna have to do a bit more than that, Rey. No, but it will hurt. Of course it would. Sending Shibata into the ropes, comes off it. Head scissor. I believe that was a try and miss though. Kick kind of misses by Shibata as well. I think he got a bit of a connection, but not quite. And now, and a few kicks to the leg of Shibata there by Rey Mysterio, taking out the taller opponent there. Now the nice neck breaker by the master of the 619. Going for the leg of Shibata again. There seems to be a focus of Rey Mysterio right here. Interesting. Now Shibata with the counter. Punch to the midsection of Rey Mysterio. By the way, Rey Mysterio, he's got even a tattoo that says Mexican on his stomach. I'm just saying, Jack. So Mexican confirmed. Form by Shibata. Sends Rey into the middle rope even. Off he goes. Rope assistant. Stomp. Nope, the knee drop it is across the chest of Rey Mysterio. He's rolled to the apron now. Hard spot of the ring. Trying to get a bit of a breather there. Pulling himself out by the help of the ropes as Shibata just forms him down to the ground. Goes to the outside as well. Count is going to start any second. Which are enabled in this matchup, of course. And there we go. Shibata. Oh, look at that. Onto the arm of Rey he goes down. Of course, knows a few holes to make his opponent tap. Something that wouldn't be out of the ordinary. Something that wouldn't be surprising if we would see happen in that match. If Shibata's going to win that, I'd argue there's a good chance that we're going to see it via submission here by the Japanese Katsuyori Shibata. Picks Rey Mysterio back up again after sending him headfirst into the apron. What a chop by Shibata there. Onto the leg of Shibata. Goes Rey in a nice Enziguri, sends him down on the outside. Referee at a count of 6. Rey's probably going to take things back inside. If I'm judging him correctly, try to Shibata's the one to send him back inside it, essentially. Oh, look at that. Big headbutt there by Shibata. Drops him. Isn't that it? Has he knocked him out with a headbutt? 1, 2. Well, okay, kick out of 2. I was half expecting a kick out of 1 there by Rey. I'm not going to lie. I thought he's going to kick out earlier than that. But he did not. Headbutt, and he's out of 2. And there's the headlock. That is now Shibata trying to keep Rey down on the ground. Trying to make sure he's not going to get in too much of a flow there high flying wise. That he's not going to gain too much momentum in that matchup. And, well, now that we say that, keep up by Rey Mysterio. But Shibata's got him. Shibata's got him up on his shoulder. What he's looking for. The go to sleep into the penalty kick on Rey. Turn him inside out, and that could be it. That could. He just crawled right after that. I said that could be it. And what does Rey do? He just crawls pretty much a second after he's fallen. What's happening? Into the ropes goes Shibata. 6-1. What is going on with Rey? 6-1 connects. He's going to go up top. He is. Oh my god. Frog splash by Rey. Is that it? 1, 2. Yeah. My god. Kick out of 2. It is, Jack. It is. Kick out of 2 by Shibata. Stays in 6-1-9. Not able to do the job just yet. Rey calling for another one. He's gone up top again. He's gone up top again. I was waiting for Shibata to get back up. What is he looking for? What has he got in his mind? Nothing. Well, he had something in his mind, I'm sure, but Shibata steps out of the way. Read that one nicely. And now drags Rey Mysterio towards the middle of the ring. Gonna go for a recover? Neither. Rey Mysterio back up, though. Now sends Shibata into the over the top rope. Are they going to take it to the outside once more? Yes. Sunset flip powerbomb to the outside here by Rey Mysterio. Sends Shibata crashing down off the apron. Picks it back up. 4. Kick to the leg by Shibata there. If you're interested, Fitz, you are pretty much bang on an hour away. You're now on technically on 99.0 hours. So what is you before when you take you were like on 98.7 or something like that? You need a full hour. Of course, it's going to display 100 and before you hit 100, technically. But yeah. Yeah, because that always works very well, Fitz, right? That's something that has always worked very well for me. Big knee there by Shibata. Sends Rey down to the ground. Onto the leg he goes again. And that could be difference maker right there. Sends Rey down to the ground. But he's waiting for him to get back up again. It almost feels like Shibata doesn't want to fight Rey while he's grounded like that. Takes him out, waits for him to get back up, and then attacks him again. Again, a knee there by, or a kick there by Shibata. Turns Rey around. Knee drop to the face of Rey. Rey's not getting up though. Goes for the cover now. What? 1, 2. Kick out of 2. Now kick to the back for Rey Mysterio as well. Picks it. Tries to pick it back up. Leg sweep by the master of the 619. Again, a spot inside the Elimination Chamber for the WWE World title. And No Way Out is on the line. Close line over the top rope. Goes Rey. Oh my goodness. Gets right back up. He's back in. Oh my god. How long are we going to do that for? No. We're back inside. Ray with a kick to the midsection. Look. Oh my god. What is that? Powerbomb? Jackknife cover. That's a rope break though, Ray. That was a rope break. I don't know where Ray got the strength from to pick up Shibata like that. But Jesus. Pele kick by Shibata. Beautiful. Counted again, of course, initiated. I like how Corey Graves and Byron's exit stood up, but Michael Cole just he just sat down. Now Cole is sitting up. Cole, what are you doing? Cole even is an idiot in the game. Oh my god. What is Ray doing? He's looking for Kana? Gonna be a double Kana. No, Ray goes back towards the ring. Can Shibata make it back inside though? He's dizzy. Referee a count of 7. Is Ray's gonna take the count of victory? No, he's not. Ray breaks the count. Ray breaks the count. He's back outside. Ray breaks the count, but I think Shibata would have made it back inside. But I'm not sure. I wouldn't bank on it. We're at a count of 4 again. Can we take things back towards the ring? Yes, Shibata is back up over the barricade. They're under counted by Rey Mysterio. Count of 5. At least we're inside the ringside area again. Shibata sent back inside the ring. Hit by Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio back inside. Taking a bit of a breather. Maybe taking a bit more out of him than you expected initially. Picks Shibata back up again. 619. He always takes the longest side as well. 619, number 2. Busts it wide open. If that splash connects again, that is surely Rey Mysterio going to No Way Out, beating Katsuyori Shibata. 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio beats Shibata and goes to No Way Out. He enters the WWE World Title Elimination Chamber match. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio. With that, the card on No Way Out looks as follows right now. We've got not that much confirmed. Sasha Banks versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. We've got Seth Rollins versus Bobby Roode for the IC title in an Iron Man match. And we've got the WWE World Title Elimination Chamber between Kenny Omega, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Akira Tozawa, and Rey Mysterio. Of course, we've got things like the challenge laid down by Charlotte, so we could see another match with Nia Jax if she is to accept. We've got the tag by Big Show and Mark Henry, so maybe they could be in line to fight the authors of Pain X because Bray Wyatt is out injured for the time being. Or now Matt Hardy is out injured after the brutal display there by Razor last episode. So the authors of Pain definitely need new opponents. Maybe Big Show and Mark Henry are going to be the ones. So we're going to see what develops other than that towards No Way Out, but that's going to be the end of SmackDown, and that's also going to be the end of the episode of the other as well. So if you watch on YouTube or Twitch on the video on demand, I want to thank you very much for watching. Check out the social medias for any information, especially Progress Chapter 3 as well. The build for that is up on there. We've got match previews and all that. On Progress, go check that out there, and other than that, go follow, subscribe, like, comment, do the stuff, do it, just go ahead, do that, move your mouse, click those buttons, and do it. Yeah, with that, I want to thank you so much for watching episode 163, hope you enjoyed it, I'm up for that one, have a good one, peace.